towards SK. At least for now.
The laning stage is going decently for fighting pandas at the moment. Brawl doing pretty well on mid lane.
Bottom lane, cold embrace.
Yeah.
Black Cannon will try to walk away, and there's first blood for the side of fighting pandas.
897 should know though. He saw Snake King, so let's see if he can. No,
Shockwave skewer. And creeps were taking the shots under the tower. One shot comes in. He's got the refraction for a moment and goes into the meld. And we'll come out of it. Boundless Strike comes through and...
Okay, the rotation on 897.
Big rotation. 3 heroes here over mid. They've got the Shockwave as well as the skewer. 897 trying to run. They've got the Sentry. The Cold Embrace will keep him alive for a little bit longer, but only extending the inevitable.
Because if they dive that, the possibility of Legion porting in and healing him up and turning is too big.
Again. They've got the Shockwave. Bryle taking a lot of damage this time around. They'll rotate over VT Faded. 897 getting low. One more shot until he's gone. They'll take him out. Splinter Blast, and they've stunned up Bryle, but is it going to be enough? They look over at Snake King. They'll get one kill there. They've got Jinkyu trying to catch Bryle. Neither the Dragon Slave or the LSA lands, and now Moomiander's coming in. This could be really bad for EHOME. Primal Spring all the way down to finish off VT Faded, and the rotations are behind them coming in from Moomiander as well as AUI. Smoke breaks, Burrow Strikes there as they've got the Sentry Ward, so it spots the Gyrocopter. He's in a lot of trouble. Now they throw the call down. Moomiander, Chain Frost coming out from AUI. Moomiander had to run for a second. They've got the Sinister Gaze. But the trap slows AUI. Dragon Slave gets the kill. Now great Winter's Curse. And I believe that was at the beginning of the epicenter for Moomiander. The LSA follows it up as well as the Laguna Blade. They get themselves the dual damage. They'll take out VT Faded. Primal Spring out of the low ground. Omnislash comes in, but Faithbeyond's going to be saved by the Cold Embrace. Let's see if they're able to do anything afterwards or if they just try to disengage, and it does look like the latter. Monkey King, Primal Spring, and this is going to be into a bit of trouble because they've got the Winter's Curse to start it off. But Moomiander on the side gets the Burrow Strike on 2 of these heroes, as well as the Epicenter coming out to follow it up as the Boundless Strike hits from Bryle. Press the attack. Sinister Gaze locks in Jinkyu. He's not dead just yet, but looking low. Maybe going to fall, but Laguna Blade, he gets a kill before he dies. He'll die to Moomiander. The Cold Embrace now look for the Wukong's command from Bryle, but he won't even need it. He'll trade for Innocence. Tier 1 tower over mid. And with 1 health, gets glyphed, and he's going to try and commit to this. This may not be the right move if Fighting Pandas were ready to go in. But Wukong's command started off for a second. They've got the duel coming in onto the Lich. Now the Wukong's command comes up, but the LSA is going to hit on the Moomiander. Eternal Envy comes over to throw the Omni Slash out at the Legion Commander, but they've got the Cold Embrace to keep Faith Beyond alive for a little bit longer as the Blade Fury finally comes out. But the Winter's Curse is on the Jug, and they'll lose Eternal Envy. Dust coming through. There's the RP on it too. Is it going to be enough? Burrow Strike follows it up. They'll take the Aegis as well as Innocence. LSA hits onto Snake King. Now the Gyro finally following it up. They'll blink forward. Snake King in trouble. Meld Strike hits. One more shot. Gets the kill. All 5 of them are right by this shrine. They've got the Winter's Curse coming through onto Eternal Envy. That'll be with the duel coming out. The Burrow Strike's going to be a little bit short from Moomiander. Another Wukong's command comes in, but they've got the good way. They'll get the dual victory. And the Yules! It looked like a potential RP attempt from Snake King to skewer in there, but Jinkyu doing a very good job of stopping that. Give up. Jinkyu nearby has the Yules. LSA hits. It actually stuns up the Monkey King as well, and now Fifion's going to get the duel on the tree. Snake King tries to skewer him away, looks for the RP, but they've got the Cold Embrace. The Epicenter comes in, and now the RP is going to follow it up. They'll get the kill on a Faith Beyond. They've got the Omni Slash on a VT Faded inside the Wukong's command. They'll take out the Gyrocopter, who does not have buyback. 897 is going to try and run. AUI loses his life to the TA. They've got the Shrine to try and stay alive. Good Winter's Curse locks up Snake King as well as the MK, but EE gets a kill, and he looks over now towards 897. They've got Moomiander right here. And, well, he is dead to rights. You're kind of happy it's just that, but I say that, and now it's Faded who's gotten caught. Eternal Envy comes in with the Omni Slash. It's going to be mitigated a little bit by Faith Beyond, but is it going to be enough to get away from this? Faith Beyond slowed up by the Diffusal Blade of Eternal Envy. They'll get the kill onto the Legion. They look for the Burrow Strike. It's going to whiff. I try to get it done without the Legion. Legion, a really late buyback. They've got themselves the Burrow Strike. Now the cooldown comes out. Do they have the Winter's Curse? No. It's a Cold Embrace on the Jinkyu. Oddly played as he skewered back into the pit and pulled out of the pit. Thanks to the Sinister Gaze. And now, Winter Wyvern, he gets killed off. Bryle's godlike. Got no buyback on the Legion if Legion were to be taken out. Bryle, though, moving very far forward. He needs to be careful about how he approaches this, because he just is gone. But it looks like they're setting up for a Burrow Strike potentially into the RP. They've got themselves the duel. Snaking waiting on the side. The Chain Front's going to bounce off this. And now they've got the Refresher Shard. TA hit by the Abyssal Blade. They'll get the kill. TA gone for 95 seconds. Meanwhile, they look over at Faith Beyond, and they've got him Mules up. Balance Strike comes in. And Winter's Curse. That'll lock them up for a time being, but now they've got themselves the RP. That'll lock down 2. VT Faded as well as the Lina are certainly going to die. They'll lose the Winter Wyvern, and GG will be called.
Yeah, I just have to say, I love the way EHOME played this last fight. It wasn't that bad, but they're just way too far behind, and fighting PandaS take the game easily on the hands of Envy. And they go for Tiny, alright?
For his build.
Alright. Bottom lane,
Bloodlust.
Innocence.
Bottom lane, ooh, Innocence will be dead for first blood here.
There is Xingqiu though here. With that Inui's rune, they might find a kill now on Moon.
Yeah, Arcane Bolt, Concussive Shot, Moonmeander low. Liquid Fire comes out from Innocence to get 1. So, fighting PandaS, and now the Silence, Dual Breath, Envy in a bad spot. Ice Path comes out, they've got the trap on Moonmeander, they'll get the kill onto the Gyrocopter. He charges up the stun. He heads towards 897. They'll get the stun out, but the Avalanche Toss, it's a bit of a bait here, but the BKB is going to be popped. They've also got the Will-O-Wisp coming in from Snaking. Moomiander throws his axes. Aegis going to be reclaimed, and now they've got the BKB. The Primal Roar comes out. They'll lose 897. VT Faded. He's in too far. He ends up dead. So 2 kills there.
Hello, Envy.
Avalanche Toss, Mystic Flare. He was there for a moment again, and I feel like he's very willing to take these ganks a little bit if Alchemist is still farming.
He looks very willing to take it. Takes
Primal
it again.
Roar.
They go for Faded.
Now the stun, they've got the Will-O-Wisp, and the damage coming out from Brow is going to be way more than he can handle.
As long as strategically they're winning, that's all that matters.
897 going for Roche. Bryo comes over. He'll be spotted. Now they've got the Silence as well as the Rod of Atos. He comes over alone, but they forced him up to the high ground. So he's safe for now. Ice Path very well placed onto 2. They've got the Mystic Flare. That's going to be laid down to the Gyrocopter as well as the Alchemist. But 897. Primal Roar comes out, and that's not going to care about the BKB. BKB from VT Faded. They'll buy back on both the Jakiro as well as the TA. They'll go after the Kato. VT Faded. He's just going after the support, but he needs to be a little bit careful. He finally gets to the high ground. The Avalanche hits on a 3. They've got the toss as well. Can they get enough out of this? The call down comes in. Tiny in trouble. Bryo is whacking away at all these heroes. He really does not care about what EHOME are throwing his way. So they spot Bryo. They no longer have the vision. They gotta assume that they're smoked up. They'll have the Blink Dagger coming out. They'll throw the Ice Path. It's not gonna land on anybody. The Will-O-Wisp hits onto 2, and now they're Butting Lightning back into the Dire side, and they'll take out both supports. An easy 1-2 combo.
14k ahead of anyone.
Toss him back towards the TA. They've got the Blink coming in from the Moomiander, but they've done a lot of damage onto the Alchemist. This is going to be enough for the Call Down as well as the Rocket Barrage. They'll lose the Tiny. He's got buyback. The Void hits on all these heroes as it's got that Ags on VT Faded. BKB's going to be popped. The Mystic Flare doesn't really do enough. Homing Missile coming in onto the TA. It looks like they're going to take this tier 3 tower. And,
maybe even Rax this.
Let's see how much more they want to go for. Faith Beyond, again, trying to set up for this Blink Toss combination to throw him back deep within the base. The Sun's going to be thrown. They've got the Ice Path. Do they have the damage to finally get 1 life? Maybe 1 life? Because on the opposite side of this fight, VT Fade is trying to make as much space as possible, take their eyes off Bryo. They get the kill on a Snake King. They'll take the Aegis out, and they've done enough to at least get the first life. They've got the Macro Pyre down as well as the Ice Path. The BKB is going to be used. Can they stop Bryo from TPing out? No. They look over at the Ogre. He's able to TP out as well. So they'll take the tier 3. Ice Path comes in, only hits on AUI. Rod of Atos, but for what?
Exactly. Look at Bryle. He's not even committing his ultimate. He's just hitting the Rax without the Atoki, without the BKB.
Look how much damage Innocence is taking just sitting in the Acid Spray. Primal Roar comes out onto the Tiny. I think maybe he was trying to get around here, but, well, he's dead. 94 seconds on the sidelines. Mystic Flare comes out onto 2 of these heroes. Eternal Envy gets a little bit low. Meld Strike comes in with the BKB being popped by 897, but
Envy eats the cheese, and they go down and take the last tier 3. Perhaps even the Raxes.
Ice Path. VT Faded going in pretty deep. We'll see what he's able to accomplish here with the Ags and the Void. Mystic Flare comes out once again. They look over at Eternal Envy. The BKB is going to be popped by Bryle as well as Envy. 897 needs to get out of the Will-O-Wisp. Just on the edge of it, gets caught, and he's going to be hit with the Basher, aka the Abyssal Blade, and will be bashed up, killed off. GG's called. Fighting PandaS with a huge upset. to take a 2-0 over EHOME.